So, I've talked a lot about wooden railway on this channel, and I mean a lot. I've also talked about ERTL trains. So today, let's talk about Bachmann. Hello YouTube, this is Sudbury and Ace Productions. Aside from ERTL and wooden railway, Bachmann is another one of my favorite Thomas merchandise lines. These trains are fun to collect and look splendid running on a layout. But unfortunately, I don't have the chance to collect Bachmann as often as most other Thomas fans, particularly due to the high prices on most of these guys. I mean, $195. $195 for a Bachmann Gordon. But all that aside, I still have a sizable collection of Bachmann Thomas items, and today I'm going to go through my entire Bachmann Thomas collection to date. So without further ado, let's get started. So first up, we have Thomas. Thomas was the first Bachmann engine I ever got, and I got him in a ready-to-run set with Annie and Clarabelle. One thing I really like about Thomas is his simplistic design. Yeah, I know that a lot of people complain about the face, but to be honest, I don't really care. He's still a great model nonetheless. And of course, you can't have Thomas without his two faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabelle. For the first two coaches in the Bachmann Thomas range, these two are really detailed. Overall, a great start to the Bachmann Thomas range. Here's Edward. Just like Thomas, I've had Edward in my collection for a long time, and over the years he has shown a lot of wear and tear, particularly around the buffers and cab lining, but he still runs like he's fresh out of the box. Hopefully I'll fix him someday. Up next is my favorite character, Henry. Henry is another great model. I really like how his face looks just like the one on the TV show. But one thing I don't like about him is that his tender is a bit short compared to the tender on the TV show. Other than that, he's still a great engine. Now we come to Gordon. Gordon is another engine I've had in my collection for a long time, and let me just say, he's the best one out of all of them. The proportions are accurate, the face is accurate, and overall he's a one-to-one replica of Gordon in the show. Unfortunately, I don't have Gordon's coaches, but that's something that I hope to get in the future. Here's Percy. Now, don't get me wrong, Percy is a great engine, but he definitely got the short end of the stick when it comes to his model. One thing about him that I don't like is that he has the mold running through his boiler. I feel as though that they could have done better. The face is also a bit off, but other than that, he's still a charming addition to the collection, and he runs pretty well too. Up next is Toby. Out of all the engines I have, I feel as though Toby is the most simplistic. I mean, look at him, he's literally just a block. He still runs really well, and he's another one of my favorites in the collection. And of course, there's Toby's coach, Henrietta. Just like Annie and Clarabelle, I really like the detail on Henrietta. Overall, another great model. Next, we have some trucks. I have two troublesome trucks, a Hornby troublesome truck, and a fuel tanker. These trucks have so much detail and look great running behind any engine. And that's all I really have to say about it. I also have two non-rail vehicles in my collection, Birdie and Terrence. I've had both of them ever since I started my collection, and you may have seen them in my previous videos on occasion. Terrence looks like he's based on the actual prop from the show, whereas Birdie looks like he's based on early 2000s stock art. But they're still pretty good. So there you have it. This has been my entire Bachmann Thomas collection. I hope you enjoy.